Imagine with me, a little boy named Aubrey. Aubrey lives in a small rural village in Malawi, in southeastern Africa. Aubrey was born with cerebral palsy and can't walk, talk, or feed himself. But there's an organization called Kingdom Workers, who's partnering with Lutheran churches in Malawi, like the one near Aubrey's home. Every week for the last 3 years, Kingdom Workers volunteers from the local church have visited Aubrey and his parents to do basic rehabilitation exercises. Slowly, Aubrey began to gain control of his body and became able to walk to school, where he can learn and interact with other kids his age. And as therapy continued, he started walking to Worship at the Cross, a modified worship service for people with disabilities, where he learns that he is a child of God who is loved by his Savior just as much as everyone else is. By the grace of God, Kingdom Workers is partnering with churches in Malawi to provide both physical and spiritual care to people with disabilities like Aubrey across the country.
We go to give hope where there's no hope. We go to help out and be friends to people who would never have friends.
We at Kingdom Workers really take seriously that God cares for our spiritual needs and our physical needs.
Kingdom Workers Malawi partners with LCCA Malawi Synod congregations, which are in fellowship with WELS, to share God's love to people with disabilities in local communities.
There are a lot of misconceptions here in Malawi about what causes someone to be physically or intellectually disabled.
People today think that disability is caused by witchcraft.
They don't go to church. The reason they don't take them to church is because they believe that for them to become disabled is because they sinned against God.
In Malawi, it's almost unheard of for a church body to reach out to those with physical or intellectual disabilities, and we have this incredible opportunity to step in the gap there.
The disability ministry in Malawi, we are currently running 2 programs. So we have our Worship at the Cross, as well as home-based education.
It's about local volunteers serving their local community in some ways that they're able to serve and in ways that the community needs.
So in Worship at the Cross, we do have a worship service for people with a disability. And this type of service, we have a very simplified worship service.
Ifeyo cholinga chathu njokuti anthu amene ajamve mawu a Mulungu komanso azindikire kuti iwo ndi ana a Mulungu, komanso iwo akalandira moyo wosatha kumwamba monga wina aliyense amene.
Ndichofunika chachikulu choti malinga zoti ndi mmene analili ndi mmene wasindikira panopa wina kulikonse ndimapita nawo. Olo ndili ndi ntchito ndimayesesa kuti ndisiye ndasati kuti ndikapemphere nawo.
But it's always a great opportunity, just to ask, has the child been baptized, And sometimes the families are like, no, will you baptize my child?
Mwambo wa lero panali ubatizo wa mwana wolumala amene timakhala naye mu Jesus Care Ministry. Makolo ake onsenso anafika mwambo umenewu kuzapanga nawo mwambo wa ubatizo komanso kuzapemphera nawo.
And they also provide some home-based physical therapy or home-based rehabilitation for some of the kids with disabilities.
The Malawian volunteers are visiting usually weekly, so they're also providing a lot of encouragement and continued support.
We help bring some local special education professionals to assess and figure out what are some skills that they really could be working on right now.
And then it is from there that we arrange for days, and then they meet together with me in the form of a workshop whereby I do presentations that readdresses their challenges that they are facing at that moment.
But now the cool thing is that once that initial group of congregations was trained, Now those congregations are now going out to train other Lutheran church congregations here in Malawi. So that's really exciting because you see the spread of this ministry being spread by the Malawians themselves.
Then ngopempha kuti bungwe limene limsasiye mwathandizenso ena mwayi umene ungakhaleko kuti kusogolokonso.
Tiyambe mapulogalamu ena mipingo ina imene ilibe. Cholinga choti uthenga wa Mulungu usafalikire kwa anthu ambiri.
The overall goal, no matter what we do, is to spread the gospel through a strong partnership with local churches.
Utumiki umene wosamalira olumala unso watipangisa kuti anthu ena ambiri atijoine kulowa mu Lutheran waonjezera anthu ambiri komanso kutithandiza nkhani ya kufalisa uthenga wabwino tikapita mmakomo mumamizi muja.
We hope that in some small ways that eventually become big ways, we're helping to change the perception and the misconceptions of the physically and intellectually disabled in Malawi, and we're helping people to see that these women and men and children are also children of God.
Ikukwela moti nangasi mbuyo monse sinimayembekezera kuti mbuyoyo zingafike pamenepo. Then ndikuonabe kuti Mulungu kwa ineyo akundimenyerabe nkhondo.
Please support Kingdom Workers with your prayers, talents, and gifts so that we can reach out to people with the gospel right here in the United States, on the Apache Reservation, Southeast Asia, Malawi, the Caribbean, and God willing, expand out to other parts of the world that so desperately need to hear about the love of Jesus.